Hello viewer, you're welcome to today's hangout. Today I really want us to look into something that is affecting every one of us. It is affecting every Dick and Harry, it's affecting every Tom and Jerry, it's affecting just everybody. Move from Africa to Australia, move from Egypt to Cairo, you discover that it is affecting just everybody. So what is it? I want us to look at something that is very amazing, of course, something that is affecting everybody. And what is it? I want us to look at the topic that said, sell yourself. You see, every day we are, engrossed with too many things in our hands. And many a times, a day comes when those things we are pursuing, those things that has occupied us, practically, disappeared somehow. And we are left to ourselves alone. It is then you discover that somehow your certificate is not actually dishing out the expectation you had in mind. Now you need to rely on something. Now I want to announce to you, your personality is your greatest asset. Your personality is your greatest asset. It is your greatest tool set. And also it is your greatest skill set. It is also your greatest mindset. How do I mean by mindset? People read you as book. Though they see you as individual, they read you as book. They believe you're a kind of institution that is about to happen. And when we say institution, it means you have some other pocket of faculties that people need to read from time to time and begin to tell what you are up to. Now, if you do not take time to package your personality brand, you discover that you do not have anything selling, because your certificate is actually the tool that you're relying to eke out living. Your certificate becomes the overall, material that is actually, releasing something that you want as an expectation. Now, if certificate fails in the marketplace, just as it has failed today, what do you think happens to the one carrying it? It means that the one also carrying it has become irrelevant. So that is why I want to talk about how do you sell yourself? How do you sell yourself and why you need to sell yourself? Now, how do you sell yourself? One, you have to start from your appearance. How do people perceive you? What is your appearance like? Your appearance, does it add a plus to you, or does it take something away from your person? Now, you have to take your time to dress consciously. You have to take your time about yourself. Don't take any part of your body for granted. Now, even if you do not have much cash, with little and nothing, you can always appear neat any day, any time. That is to say, you need to take time about yourself. Now, look for a good footwear, put on, then always wear something that matches. Something that makes statement that this person is saying, that this person is going to somewhere. Your dressing, your appearance, you point people to where you want to be in the future. It should not necessarily point to people the circumstances that you're passing through. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to celebrate the circumstances you're passing through, especially if they are negative circumstances. So because of that, you need to dress the way you want people to address you. Now, dressing the way people want you to address, some people say it's expensive. Fine, it is expensive, but the truth is, if your personality brand fails, you now discover that you have lost something that would have given you life. Because I wouldn't want to say here, it's something that will give you some income or temporary thing after some time stop. No. If your personality fails in the marketplace, it means you have actually failed. You have lost significance. It means you have lost a market space. It simply means you have expired. So if you don't want to get expired, take a time, dress, go for matching clothes, matching shoe, brush your teeth, make your teeth to be very neat, and always put a mint in your mouth. So when you come close to people, people perceive something good about you. not when you open your mouth. I'm not saying that you have a mouth odor. Even if you have mouth odor, the technology that is on ground and what we have known with the level of exposure of the 21st century, you should know. You can always do something about that. You can camouflage it. You can always conquer that. So what I'm trying to say here is, let it be that when people comes around you, they perceive this sweet aura about you. They see this personality with kind of swag. Somebody that is going to somewhere big in the future. Now, people wouldn't want to judge you with the way you are. People will always judge you with the way you are pointing them to be. So, what does people perceive about your personality? So, you can always dress good every day, any day. Now, I also want to say this. You may not necessarily start dressing like models. You may not necessarily start imitating some other people to dress. Those people you are imitating, they have their own body anatomy. They have also their own body chemistry. They have their own vision and aspirations. And as much your aspiration does not match with theirs, your vision does not match with theirs, your anatomy does not match with theirs, your body chemistry does not match. You're a unique person, a unique brand, and you're trying to copy somebody, that puts you in the place of what? Being an imitation. And every imitation comes with a limitation. So, because of that, you need to concentrate on yourself. Height is advantage. Then, even if you are diminutive, it's still an advantage. It's just a matter of how do you perceive yourself. And this has a lot to tell on your personality. Now, by the time you always package yourself, you go to meeting, maybe you're the working class type, you work in a corporate entity, you discover that you are selling yourself. At a point in your career, you will discover that that course that brought you to work somehow have lost relevance, but your personality brand is still bringing market to the office. And because of that, they keep you on that platform. They keep promoting you because of your personality brand. Your personality brand has a network. Now, if your personality brand fails, then you have actually failed in life. So what am I trying to say here? You can always package yourself. You're going to church, dress like the one that is going to church. Let your appearance speak volumes. You're going to work, let your appearance speak volumes. Let it be that at every point in time somebody is coming in contact with you, the person is speaking something big about you. That person is seeing value you have added to yourself. Don't undersell yourself. You know, this is number 2 thing I want you to also know about marketing yourself or selling yourself. Some people, when you ask them, say, I'm managing. Listen, many people in the 21st century are not interested about what you're managing. People are interested about what you are doing. What is the happening thing about you? So I want you to develop this positive mentality. Now, this positive mentality begins to give you a kind of charisma. And when people come in contact with you, they discover that they are getting magneted to you because they want to draw some value from you. You are carrying virtues with you because your charisma is such an attractive one. And they on their own place some level of values on you because of your positive mentality. So you have to have this positive mentality attitude. You don't need things to be okay around you for you to do that. It has to do with your personal opinion about yourself, what your self-concept about what is happening to you and what is happening on the inside. You know, what is happening to you is important, and what is happening around you is also important. But the one that gives you value is that is happening inside you. Because whatever thing that is happening around you, nobody cares to see it. Even if people see it, nobody cares. But what are you saying? What is the impact of that on you, on your personality, on your opinion, on your sight, on your personal psyche about reality around you and around your corner? So you just have to have this fight in you. You have to dominate your space and have this swag. I mean, I'm getting to somewhere. It doesn't matter what is happening around me. I am getting better every day. When people discover that you're a positive person, they always want to have you around. They always want to include you in their forum, in their meetings. They always want to associate with you. They always want to have you in anything that is big because they know you have what to add to it. But when you are consumed by what is happening around you, if you allow your marital stress to consume you, if you allow your business stress to consume you, if you allow your background to become a tool that the devil uses against you, you discover that you will always undersell yourself. And at every point that you undersell yourself, you lose its value. And once you lose value, you lose significance. Now, let me also tell you something that will amaze you. Once you undersell yourself, you are losing opportunities. So you just have to develop this positive mentality attitude that you can become somebody big. You can always tell people, it doesn't matter what is happening around me, because I know I'm bigger than this. I know someone somewhere is afraid that I may get better than this, because what is happening, it does not have the capability to stop me from getting to where I'm going to. It has to happen so that I will then build more energy so that I can get to where I need to be in life. So this is something you need to take up and make it part of you. Positive mentality attitude is something you cannot buy from any university. You can't buy it from any marketplace. You cannot even get it by cleric wave of hand. So it is something that you just have to take time consciously to build it in your life. I used to tell this to people. The dog dies any day, not because of the fight that is before it, but because of the fight that is in it. Now, if the quality of fight that is in a dog is bigger than the fight outside, the dog will always win. And the dog will always emerge a hero any day, any time. But if the dog allows the fight outside to corner it and it begins to accept defeat easily, then the dog can even die. Even if it has the potential to win or to become a hero at the end of the day, the dog will always lose or die in the process. The same thing happens to every one of us. Somebody can fall back. Listen, how many times you have failed in business, or you have failed in corporate setting, or you have failed in your family system does not count, as long as you still have the mindset to go out there and put out yourself and see if you can win victory. And I promise you something, one day you will smile because you become a winner. So you just have to always see the positive thing about yourself, positive thing about life, positive thing about any situation around you. So you don't begin to buy into a negative opinion. I'm finished. This government has finished me. This government is not working to my expectation. Things are not working the way I wanted. I am the loser here. No, don't carry loser mentality around. You can always be the winner. So you just need to sell yourself. You just need to sell yourself. Let people see the value that is hidden about you. Let people know that you are not finished yet. Let people know that you still have, some blind area about you that no camera, that no stethoscope have seen. Let people know that you are hardwired on the inside, that you have something ballistic that can always rule the marketplace. And it is at that point people will even begin to build their faith on you, because they know you are positive. They know you are not the type that is ready to own up and say, I'm throwing in the towel. It's over, it's over. You are not the type, and you shouldn't be the type. Now listen, let me tell us something. It doesn't matter who has tried what and failed. It doesn't matter who has suffered what sickness and failed. It doesn't matter who has one body affliction and today the person is crying. All I want you to know is that if you have a positive mentality attitude, it will no more be about what is happening around you. It will be more about what is happening inside of you. And I want you to know the market of tomorrow is on the inside, while that of the today is on the outside. Because the one on the inside is always bigger, better, smarter, and more significant than the one you see outside. So you just have to sit down and ask yourself, what kind of personality do I want people to see about me outside? So outside, dressing very well, then talking very well. There's still another thing you need to do. Number 3 thing you need to do to sell yourself and sell yourself significantly is you start looking at the cycle that comes around you. Your associate tells a lot of stories about you if you don't know. If you find yourself among people of little minds, people always, rate you as a little-minded fellow. People say he has a feeble mind. He is stereotyped. He has nothing to offer. I know his strengths. Peter Paul, say these people are all little-minded people. Now, you always have to look at the cycle around you. You need to break into a power cycle. At every point in time, take an inventory of your associates. Ask yourself, Mr. A, what is he adding to my life? What is he adding to my business? Mr. B, what value is he bringing on board for me? Mr. C, what is he bringing on board to me? Mr. D, what is he bringing on board to me? Even Miss That, and Miss That. You will discover that if you're able to critically analyze the facility or the opportunity or platform or value each of these associates are bringing on board to you, this thing cumulatively adds to your personality brand. But if you do not do regular inventory about your power cycle, those around you, you always undersell yourself. Whether you know it or not, consciously or unconsciously, directly or indirectly, you are underselling yourself somewhere. Listen, some of us at times do go for interview, and when they ask you, can you tell us the man that is before us? How much do you think we can pay you? Somebody will try to say, I'm going to be humble here. If you can pay me 20,000 or 50,000, you have already undersell yourself. How about 400,000? How about 500,000? How about 1 million? And when they ask you, why do you choose to place yourself in that rank? Tell them you want it. You know what you are carrying. That they should not judge you by the certificate. Because your certificate do not have the capacity to upgrade, you need quality. You are the one that is upgradable. Your mindset is upgradable. Your tool set is upgradable. So as long as you keep upgrading those things that gives you your personality, you will discover that any day you are a special material, a special product, a special brand that can always compete effectively and dominate the marketplace. You can be the major distraction in the marketplace. You can distract just any market and become the market boost and become the new normal and become the new standard, because you already know what you are carrying. So I wouldn't want you to come with this mentality. You're carrying only certificate, a color paper that is given to you with some biggest instrument added to it. Those color paper certificate, many of them have already expired before the institution handed them over to you. If they have handed it over to you and you are looking for work here and there, and you discover that nobody is ready to employ you, or the job is not even available, or yourself, you're almost becoming unemployable, fine. The truth is, you have not added value. When last did you check? When last did you check? If you check yourself very well, you discover that people say you are unemployable is simply because you're not adding value. So you can add value. You can upgrade your standard. You can go beyond the very version of your personality at the moment. You can upgrade. You can be reformatted. You can be reconfigured. You can reshape your personality brand and hit the marketplace, and you become the new normal. So what I will tell you, you can always sell something big out there. Don't wait for a company to give you a product before you start selling. Don't wait for anybody to get you recruited in the network marketing before you have something to sell. You are the biggest asset. You are the biggest product that is in your hand. So how are you selling yourself? How are you selling yourself? Now, I mentioned 3 things here. I said, number 1, your dressing. You need to bath. Buy perfume. Smell fine. Put meat in your mouth. Talk fine. When you open your mouth, people should not run away. People should not fall under anointing, as my friend will put it. Now, you also need to dress very well. Then when you dress well, fine, you get attracted. People always associate you with your kind of bogus dressing, the way you appear. People want to associate with you. Fine, put on a smile. You don't buy a smile in the market. So you can only hang a smile somewhere out there. And people get attracted. People want to do something with you. Now, number 2, I said you need to talk well. How do you present your people? Present yourself. You should learn how to present yourself, how to market yourself. Don't say in the name of being a humble person, I don't want to sound too proud. I just want to let them know. I don't want to blow my own trumpet. See. You are wasting your time. Those things you care about, people do not care about it. And of course, I want you to know, people must always have the opinion about you. Whether you are carrying the perfect look or the imperfect outlook, people will always have something to say about you. Why? Because opinion remains the cheapest commodity in the marketplace. Everybody is ready to give their opinion. Everybody is ready to give their perspective about what you think, about what you do. Now, I would like to say that you do things because you're ready to take responsibility. Don't do it because you are trying to make people to approve of you or approve of your idea. Listen, that is immaterial. You are doing something that is legal, something that is moral, something that is, godly, something that is ethical. My brother, if you can do a thing like that, whoever said that you're not doing the right thing, let that person put his own showcase and put his own product out there. That should not begin to determine how you dress and carry yourself and talk about yourself. Listen, you have a great product and that product is yourself. So how are you selling yourself? If you fail in the ministry of selling yourself, you have failed in everything. You have failed in everything and you will lose significantly. Those things that pertains to greatness, you will lose significantly to those things that pertain to greatness. So people want to look at you, see you first as a brand, then see you as a product, see you a man that is carrying platform, a man that is carrying value, a man that is carrying skill set, a man that is carrying a lot of good baggage, a man that if you bring him, things begin to happen. At that point, they want to do something with you. Regardless of your gender, whether you're a man or a woman, nobody cares. As long as you command excellence and not mediocrity, people will want to do something with you. So, and that's number 3. Outside dressing well, talking well about yourself. Number 3, I say you need to break into power cycle. Where you are is a reflection of the associate you keep around you. And I say you need to sit back and take inventory of those around you. What is Mr. A bringing into your life? What is Miss E bringing into your life? What is this person bringing into your life? Take inventory of the value they are bringing. If you discover that they're not bringing in value, then surely somehow they are taking values away from you. And that is why you are where you are. So I would like to begin to draw this curtain close because I know somehow you may have been able to latch on one important lesson or the other from what I have said so far. You can sell yourself right. You can sell yourself significantly. You can be the newest product in the marketplace. You have the biggest commodity in your hand, and that commodity is yourself. You brand. In the marketplace, people want to celebrate you someday. Listen, if you have tried this before and you failed, I'm saying try again. Now let me add the first thing you need to do. Assuming you have put these 3 things together and things are not working well, then you need to do this 4th thing I want to say to you. What is the 4th thing? You need to plunge yourself into reading, into research. Find out better ways you can sell yourself. If the ones you have explored are not working, always find out better ways to unlearn what is not working in the past and find out what is working in the now and begin to put it into practice. Listen, by the time you begin to do this, your world will always celebrate you because you are a unique brand. You are not just an ordinary person. You are not what the Omiro says you are. You are not what people say you are. You are not what circumstances says you are. So don't allow yourself to be defined by any of the opinion that does not dig into the determination and your internal organic reality. I would like to call it a shot today. Until next time, I come your way.
Everyone has closet.